Good morning. Myself, Ravi Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Nala Narasimha Reddy Education Society, Group of Institutions. Today, I am going to explain you about fatty acids, their structure, and nomenclature and occurrence. At the end of the class, students will able to define what is fatty acid and explain the classification of fatty acids, nomenclature of fatty acids, explain the structure of fatty acids, and explain what are fats. Fatty acids, they're the long chain carboxylic acids. They're having a key role either in both free or a part of complex lipids, play a major role in metabolism. So apart from metabolism, they are acting as a major metabolic fluid. They are used in the storage and transport of energy. They are essential components of all membranes, lipid membranes, and gene regulators. They are used as gene regulators. In addition to that, dietary lipids provides polyunsaturated fatty acids that acts as a precursor of powerful local acting metabolites called eicosanoids. As a part of complex lipids, fatty acids also important for thermal and electrical insulation because these fatty acids plays a major role in thermal and electrical insulation even for mechanical support. Moreover, free fatty acids and their salts may function as detergents because, for example, sodium palmitate or sodium um, stearate. They are the salts of fatty acids. They act as a soaps and they're used in detergents because they have both properties, amphipathic properties and formation of micelles. If you see the structure of fatty acids, fatty acids are synthesized from linear actinogenins of acetate pathway. Fatty acids are carbon chains, long chain carbon chains with methyl groups at one end and designated as omega and carboxylic group at another end. So it is a long chain fatty acids. One side you have carboxylic acids, other side you have alkyl groups and we designate as omega. The carbon next to the carboxyl group, we know that it is alpha carbon and subsequent carbon will be beta and subsequent carbon will be gamma and epsilon. And other carbons, the rest of the carbons from one side, other side, we call it as omega. The systemic nomenclature of fatty acids indicates that location of double bond with reference to carboxylic acids. Um, if you see the example of this molecule, so the carbon which is attached to carboxyl group is called alpha, and next carbon we call it as beta, next carbon we call it as gamma, and go on. And the last carbon we call it as omega, last but one we call it as omega minus 1, omega minus 2. So that is how nomenclature is done. And fatty acids are named according to the systematic or trivial nomenclatures. So we can name it according to IUPAC names and trivial nomenclatures. One systematic way is to describe fatty acids related to methyl end. It is used to describe the position of double bond from one end of the fatty acids. Classification of fatty acids, they are divided into two, that is saturated fatty acids and unsaturated fatty acids. So we'll see what is saturated fatty acids. Saturated fatty acids are filled saturated with hydrogen and no double bonds are present. It is completely saturated, no or sigma bonds are present, no double bonds are present. Most saturated fatty acids are straight chained hydrocarbon chains with even number of carbon atoms. So most of the fatty acids will have carbons from 12 to 22. Most common will be approximately 12 to 18, last stearic acid, but 22 occurs rarely. Unsaturated fatty acids have one carbon-carbon double bond, which can occur in different positions. So it may have one double bond, two double bond, or three double bonds that differ from position to position. And most common monones have a long chain carbon chain 16 to 22 and a double bond with the cis configuration. Cis configuration is there in monosaturated unsaturated fatty acids. It means that two hydrogens are on the either side of a double bond, which are oriented in the same direction. Trans isomers may be produced during industrial processing hydrogenation for unsaturated oils in gastric and in the gastrointestinal tract of ruminants. We'll see the properties here. Short chain saturated fatty acids, they're very stinking smell, bad smell. They're fluids present in milk fat. Most of the butter contained of C4 to C10, and they are easily digestible. Whereas long chain fatty acids, saturated fatty acids, they are solids at high temperature, most common in animals and plant fats, less easily digestible. Presence of double bond causes restriction in rotation of the mobility of acyl chain at that point. These fatty acids are thermodynamically less stable than that of trans form. Cis fatty acids have a low melting point than the trans fatty acids and their saturated counterparts, because these fatty acids, they have not uniform structure. They have disorganized structure, and that is the reason the melting point is lower. Whereas trans fatty acid, the structures are organized and they are straight, and they have high melting points. In polyunsaturated fatty acids, the first double bond may be found between the third and fourth carbon atom from the omega carbon, that is from other end of the methyl group. These are called as omega-3 fatty acids. If the double bond is present between the sixth and seventh, we call as omega-6 fatty acids. So two types of polyunsaturated fatty acids, that is omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids. Double bonds in polysaturated unsaturated fatty acids separated from each by methylene groups. Polyunsaturated fatty acids, which are produced only by plants, that is phytoplankton, are essential to all higher organisms, including mammals and fishes. Omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids cannot be interconverted because the double bond position is very, very far apart, and they are not interconverted. So they are both in essential nutrients. Polyunsaturated fatty acids are further metabolized in the body by the addition of carbon atoms and by desaturation, that is extraction of hydrogen. Mammals have desaturates because they have some enzymes that are capable of removing hydrogens only from the carbon atoms between an existing double bond and a carboxyl group. So beta oxidation of fatty acids may take place either in mitochondria or peroxisomes. The physical properties of fatty acids. Fatty acids are poorly soluble in water because they have a long chain which is unsaturated, which is non-polar nature, and they are not soluble in water and in their undissociated acidic form. Whereas they are relevantly stable as salts, potassium salts or sodium salts, because salts are soluble in water. They are relatively stable salts which is soluble in water, but in acidic form, whereas in carboxylic form they are poorly soluble in water. But thus actual water solubility, and particularly long chain fatty acids, is often very difficult to determine since it is influenced by pH. The low pH is there, they are insoluble in water, but high pH, if you take alkaline pH, they form salts that are soluble in water. Fatty acids are easily extracted with nonpolar solvents because much of the content is nonpolar in nature, nonpolar solutions and suspension. By lowering pH to form uncharged carboxylic acids. If the pH is high, they will be in water soluble, so they cannot be extracted with nonpolar solvents. In contrast, raising the pH increases water solubility through formation of alkaline metal salts, which are familiar with soaps, that is sodium palmitate, sodium stearate, sodium. These are all salts which act as soap. Soap have important properties as association, colloids, and surfactant active agents. They act as soaps have surfactant active agents. So if you see the saturated fatty acids, the molecules they fit close together in regular pattern because there is no double bonds. All the structures are similar and they are fixed close together. Strong attractions or dispersion force between fatty acid chains takes place. They have high melting point because they are in an organized fashion. So they will be in the form of solids at room temperature. Whereas unsaturated fats, they are non-linear. They are non-linear. They do not allow the molecules to be close packed. So weak attractions takes place between fatty acids. So melting point will be very low. So they exist in liquids because saturated fatty acids they exist in solids, whereas unsaturated fatty acids they exist in liquids because of low room disorganization and at room temperature. If you come to the triacyl glycerol, that fats, triglycerides, there are tri-fatty acids, esters of glycerol, they be called as fats. Fats are triacyl glycerols are the major form of fatty acid storage in plants and animals. So triacyl glycerol can be classified as fats or oils. Fats are solid at room temperature and most come from animals. Oils are usually liquid at room temperature and come from plants, that is palm or coconut oils or solids at room temperature. So if you see this glycerol is an alcohol. Alcohol is having 3 hydroxy groups. When they are treated with long chain fatty acids, that is COOH. So this forms triacyl glycerol. Triacyl glycerol is formed. That is carboxylic acid and alcohol. They form ester. So this triester is formed. That is nothing but triacyl glycerol. We call as ester bonds. That is we call as fat. So if you see the nomenclature of fatty acids, saturated nomenclature, the parent hydrocarbon with oic acid. So if you take the saturated carbons, we start with capric acid, caproic acid. Capric acid, 6 carbon containing acid, capric acid. You replace alkane with oic acid. Oic acid, that is hexanoic acid, hexane, glyceroic acid, hexanoic acid, commonly called as caproic acid, or capric acid. Capric acid is 10 carbon acid. Decanoic acid is called capric acid. Or if we go with lauric acid or myristic acid, that is 14. Palmitic acid, 16, and stearic acid, that is C18, octadecanoic acid. If it is C14, tetradecanoic acid. If it is C12, it is dodecanoic acid, and so the common names are like this. If it is unsaturated with a one double bond, we call as enoic acid. If it is C18 is having a double bond, that is between one double bond, octadecanoic acid. If 2 double bonds are there, dienoic acid, that is octadecadienoic acid. 3 double bonds are there, trienoic acid, that is octadecatrienoic acid. These are the nomenclature we can give for the fatty acids. So common saturated fatty acids are high long chain fatty acid. There is palmitic acid C16, myristic acid C14, lauric acid C12, and stearic acid C18, also called as N-hexadecanoic acid C16, N-octadecanoic acid C18. Unsaturated fatty acid with one double bond at a C9. That is all the fatty acids will be cis conformation. So cis 9 hexadecanoic acid. If we have 2, that is linoleic acid, that is C9 and C12, we call a cis9 and trans12 octadecadienoic acid. Or if it is trinoic acid, we call as R-cis, that is 9, 12, 15 octadecatrinoic acid. This is the names of different saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. So saturated, unsaturated fatty acids counting from methyl end. If it is methyl end, we call as N7 omega 7 acid. That is palmitinoic acid. Oleic acid is omega 9 acid. Linoleic acid omega 6 acid, and linolenic acid omega 3 acid, and arachidonic acid it is omega 6 acid. So this is the structures. It is double bond is present at 9. We call as linolenic acid and linoleic acid and other acids. So, summarize, we have seen what is the importance of fatty acids. We have classified different fatty acids as saturated fatty acids and non-saturated fatty acids. Unsaturated fatty acids, we have named the fatty acids. We have seen the structure of fatty acids and different fats. That is a triester of fats. That is glycerol react with different fatty acids gives rise to simple fats and mixed fats. All the fats are solids. If it is unsaturated fatty acids, they are oils in nature. So with this, the reference we have seen Arun Ball, Morrison Boyd, and Elfinar. This next class we'll see what are the different properties of fats and oils. Thank you.